It's having a great night tonight. I had to come out and taking a friend to work. Switches around here where it look a little better, maybe. There we go. It'll be a little rough in the traffic. I spent the whole day working on my generator and getting friends to check on it and see what I could figure out and find out. And it's about 12 years old, 15, something like that. And she's just had her last leg, so I'm down to the bottom of the barrel on it. Kept string breaking, replaced a string in it, and apparently, from what I was told, it don't have enough compression to be able to run. So last time it was running, it was just buttering back and forth quite a bit. So they said it was apparently been going downhill for the last little bit. It wouldn't charge right last time, wouldn't charge everything it was supposed to. So I figured I'd come out here and just take a nice relaxing ride and see what all comes from it. I know it's a quiet night and probably not a lot of people out looking for too much. All the snow and rain and sleet they're talking about and ice storms they're saying it's coming. They're saying it's going to be a bad one. The only reason I've been working on generators, I worry about being on the oxygen at night now and the CPAP machines. I've got faith something will come through. I'll figure it out. The Lord always brings it back around when we need it the most. Figured a lot of people like watching us driving time, so maybe I'd see if anybody wanted to get out here and just take a nice relaxing ride with me for the evening. Knock my mind off things for a few. I'm not going to play no music or anything because YouTube's bad to want to knock you off of everything, which I'm not monetized right now anyhow, so it probably wouldn't matter, but they'd probably copyright it and knock it down like that. And I still got a long ways to go before I get monetized, which anybody sees this and y'all would like to help out on getting monetized, you can like, share, help put the word out there as I can, and as things start going better. I know a few people know what happened, but about 16 months ago, I had a stroke and a brain bleed and wound up in the hospital and was there for about 7 or 8 weeks. I was on life support, lucky enough to come through that. I'd been going through a stressful time period at the time. My trucks was down, a lot of things going on. Man, I realized he's got to keep himself in decent shape because I had undiagnosed high blood pressure, and that's where it come from. Just out of nowhere hit sweller. Men put it off and put it off and put it off, and we really need to pay more attention to our health than that, because before we know it, it'll hit us out of nowhere. But yeah, I had a stroke and a brain bleed, and was in ICU for 6 weeks and come through that. And luckily enough, had to go through the rehabilitation, learning to walk and all that again. That was quite a chore, but the Lord's blessed me through all of it and brought me around, so thank you very much. We will drive safely as possible. I'm just riding myself, so I'm taking a friend to work and figured I'd get out here and give everybody a nice scenic evening to kick back and unwind. Yeah, I've been on their weight loss regimen of my own, trying to stick mostly to the carnivore diet, and I've done good this past week. I lost 3 pounds this last week. I lost a total of about 98 pounds on the scale since September, a year ago September. So it's been like 15, 16 months since then. I consider myself really blessed as it speaks, because they say the average person that went through the cranial hemorrhage that I had, after about 18 months, they're no longer existent. about 90% of the people don't have a return rate from the brain bleed and stroke that I had. So, man upstairs gave me a blessing there. I don't too much worry about the others. But yeah, I've been on the carnivore diet trying to work that as best as I can. It's been an up and down roller coaster. I've lost more weight than I've gained, of course, being 98 pounds down, but I did have a bad stretch over the holidays where I kind of lost out and gained close to 20 pounds back, and I got myself back under control and got my fluids back under control, so I'm back down where it needs to be. Been sitting watching everything about all this news that's going on and all the stuff with the weather that's out here. I don't know how bad it's going to be. They said this is possibly an epic snowstorm of the century. So you're not get out here and see maybe anybody had any ideas on a generator for super cheap or something I can figure out around the Asheville area. I don't have much to work with right now. I'm still working on my disability, getting it going. I haven't been able to work since the strokes and stuff, so by no means am I wanting to lay it on anybody. I'm just putting it out there if anybody might know of any ideas, places around that are kind of helping or whatnot. But we are coming down the backside of Sweeten Creek right now, and there's a mama's van. Missionary Medical Ambulance Transport. That's what they use to get back and forth supplies and everything for their helicopter here in Asheville. I used to do these live feeds quite a bit, and I was a lot better on them then. I hadn't been on a live feed in probably 13, 14 years since then. When the conservative purge happened on Facebook, it took a lot of us out that were really into the conservative side, so when I lost that, I lost my pretty much everything. All the people I had built up, the great group that we had. We done a lot of amazing things while doing it. We had a group, the Carolina Defenders, and they were really well pronounced in the area. We'd give out food to the homeless when it was cold, socks, clothes, blankets. Tried to help out as much as we could as the kids was growing up. I usually did something nice to teach the kids on how they should act and how they should live by the standards of time. So I think the lights are going to be glaring a little bit on you guys. I'm sorry about that. I don't have all the cameras and stuff that I used to have. As if I can start getting the live feeds up in the channel, basing it and can afford it, then I will start adding cameras, and I'd like to get another drone again and be back to doing a lot of the aerial footage that we used to do. We would go and do wrecks in the area and get a lot of footage of just pretty much anything that was interesting. So if you look at my channel now, there's a lot of stuff on here about just a little bit of some of the fun we have with vehicles, and we're wanting to start back to reviving a couple of vehicles again. That will be much, much later as things get to much better. So we'll just see how that all ends up. You're now coming up around 240 on the backside of Asheville. Yeah, those lights are going to be rough on the sides of the bay. We'll have to work on the glares with everything as we're doing it from now on. But I'm seeing a lot of what anybody says in here, so if anybody has spoke, I'm not getting anything on the let's see here. I'll just see how it goes when I hit it, see what anybody said or whatnot. I appreciate the likes, and anybody wants to subscribe and check us out here and there. I'm sure it will get better, and a lot more things will be coming around as time goes on. This was just my first night to get back on a live feed on YouTube. Normally I've been on the Japanese station that's out here, the Ziploc. They had to use the codes on it, so. This has all been a circle around the side of Asheville, on the south side of Asheville. I appreciate everybody that's come on here and listened to me chat a little for the evening. It's done me some good to get things off my chest, and a lot of times when you run it over in your head, you'll figure things out a lot better in the end. I don't know if anybody said anything. It's not showing up any of the remarks or anything on here, so. Don't know what that just did, but. Stop the vibration there for you. Sorry about that. The old van don't run as smooth as she used to. I'll be getting another setup with a camera and a gimbal and things to make it a lot better as we go. So, all that just takes time and expenses. It'll come with time, I'm sure. Appreciate everybody coming out and checking us out, seeing what's going on. They're getting to be right down here in the section that's dead, and I know all this signals, so I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll be coming back live again periodically, keeping everybody updated on our status, letting everybody know how we're doing, how the weight loss is going, how the health's going. Like I said, anybody wants to check us out, just like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You never know what you'll see out here. God bless y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. Be careful out there in all this weather that's coming.